two movies that are out now where that are focused on Oakland.
The one with the white guy, the black guy.
That one,
That one.
and then
What's
the
up?
other one is called Sorry to Bother You. And
Is that about police brutality?
no, it's about the workplace. This guy's a socialist, but it's about he's black and he goes to this job, and to advance
Right.
he has to assume a white voice.
Right.
So it goes through that whole dynamic. But I've been following this guy for a while, and just listening to him. Evidently, his father was active in like the labor movement in Oakland. His grandmother was part of like this repertory, this well-known
Oakland
repertory,
repertory, yeah.
something like that, and he was part of that.
Okay.
So and his movie is doing like real well. It was underground, or not underground, but what do they call it? It was at,
Alternative.
yeah, it was at
Yeah.
Cannes Film
Cannes
Festival.
type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's like in 800 theaters. It was like doing real well.
Very good, very good. So now we're going to do the first one as a documentary, but we may have a whole series because we got a lot of history we have to uncover. And remember, black people have not been telling their history. A few black people tell a little bit of history, but then they exaggerate. Like for some Umar or something or other, them up in Philadelphia, they've been had arguments with each other or something.
Yeah.
The 500, okay, they do a good job, but after a while, they kind of exaggerate a little, you know what I mean, and different things. So this is a great honor. It's a great privilege to want to represent. There's people in the prison movement that are still alive. I had breakfast a few years back with the brothers, and we was talking about when I mentioned something about San Quentin when George Jackson got shot, you know, and killed. The brothers right there got on the phone and called the people that were still alive that was on, and they had to speak on. When you on the cell block when that happened? Yeah, this happened, that happened, and he kept on talking. Finally, he said, brother told me, we have breakfast, man. We just want to get a couple of things straight. But see, we have to narrate your own story, or people will, they won't even know. They don't know about, they had a little few passages in Time magazine about the Warren brothers, or Muhammad Ali's fight. They had a picture of him sitting there, you know, stuff like that. So, the first time would be surface but good, you know. So we visualize at least three, and each one going deeper and more professional each time. So that's kind of what we've been into for a little while, you know. All the things about financing and what have you, we'll do that ourselves. We just do that ourselves. Because that way we keep charge of the, it's like everything else. If you don't fund it yourself, the people that's editing and doing it, well, we want to, we would be happy to contribute, but can we slant it this way? Can we slant it that? No, we can't slant it no way. We got time to slant. We already seen the slants. The next thing is we're all locked into a historical process that's been going on for quite some time. And also during this period is a highlighting of the historical process, especially of Oakland and DC. And we might take Oakland and DC as the prototypes, and the other places might be supportive, because if you try to put too much in there, you just get it all mixed up. I think we can tell the movement, the story of the movement. Because see, right now, this kindness, hope, and optimism, and all that stuff is very good. Kindness is one of our pillars. Without kindness, you can drift off. That stuff about forgiveness is very, very important. So I link kindness and forgiveness kind of together. Optimism and humor. Optimism is just always looking on the bright side, looking at the possibilities, and always being able to take anything that comes your way and change it into a benefit. Like one guy said, whatever they send me, I'm going to make grits out of. I don't care what it is. And the one about lemons and lemonades, you give me something bitter, I'm going to make it lemonade out of it. So that kindness and that forgiveness does not exclude discipline and firmness, though. Neither does humor. Humor is as just a wonderful thing. Because see, Allah give other people different things. Everybody, some would relate to those things with intellect and other things, They may use discipline, intellect, reason, but we look at kindness, humor. And at the same time, we have a story to tell. And it's the biggest story going on at this time in America, but it always has been. But when we talk about, like today, stuff about Iran and all of that, okay, now, the Islamic Republic is taking care of business very well in certain places. Wherever it has, it's doing a slippery job in Afghanistan. I mean, you got it. You wouldn't know it, but it's on the road. If you look at Lebanon, every time on TV in Iran, every time Nasrallah gives a serious speech, it's on nationwide TV in Iran. It's because of Hezbollah. And Hezbollah gets the right type of support. It gets the right type of support. Okay. Syria, whole dedication, total dedication to Syria. Quds Force, Liberation Forces, they're talking about rebuilding and what have you. All of that, big time. What about America? This is the seat of satanic forces. If they have people here that are qualified and have been planning and working to do certain things, of course they couldn't directly support anything like that, but there's religious, there are people here, you can support religious movements and organizations. Why is there no, talk about rise to the occasion, why is there no institutional rise to the occasion in America? To put them in check, why can't they say anything they want to say about Iran? Pompeo, remember last week, whatever it was, that boy need to wash his mouth out with soap. He need to spank. It's just ridiculous. It's unbelievable.
Say whatever he wants to.
Anything you want to say. Now, you can hear on the other news, the white folks, if you listen to NPR and other stuff, a lot of white folks are saying almost what we would be saying. No, that ain't quite it. So I heard it today and all kind of things. But what about us? If we can whoop these people with both hands tied behind us and leg irons on and wearing lead jackets and got to go uphill all the way, and we outrunning everybody else, then what can we do? Let's call it, when things are institutionalized, they have to be institutionalized. So we have to call our people to account. What the hell are you doing? Is it insanity? Is it racism that you don't understand? Maybe we've explained it only 100 times or 110 times. Maybe we need to do 150 times to go over it again. Why are you behaving this way about the United States? Why? And we ask in public now. Is it because you don't know? Okay, we're telling you now. If you don't know, why didn't you know? Everybody here knew. You was in on everything. You had programs saying this, that, and other. You were working here, living here. Children come back to go to school here, everything, universities. What do you mean you don't know? We're asking those questions now. Is it ignorance? Is it racism? Is it, oh, Hezbollah, they're different people. They're like us. Is that the problem? I mean, I'm asking those questions now. I'm asking them publicly. You know, like, what are you doing? Just like we're doing the people here, hold it, you ain't got no right to ignore reality. Why are you doing that? That's where we're coming from right now. We've been coming from there, but be more structured, more organized. We're not going to cause the Islamic Republic any problem. We're clear on who we're talking about, people in ministries. We 100% support the Islamic Republic. Velayat al-Faqih. What is wrong with you? What are you talking about? You're a reformer. Reforming what? Do you need to reform Iran or implement what you got? You haven't implemented it yet. I believe that's a lot of the problem. The other thing is people are not comfortable with independence. I know we talk about that. People are just not comfortable with independence, especially black people being independent. That's just too bad. They should have messed with somebody else. You can't come and we dedicate our whole life to certain things. And if you remember those old statements from 1980 and 82 and all of that, that mostly dealt with evolution in our community. Right, we have to, the disciplines of our community, education, all that, self-image psychology, we have to, right? We dealt with the political world, outside world. But then, as we began to associate with others, they needed our help in explaining in the good old American English. And suppose you got someone that pops right in and can translate. I remember the 7th of Tier was when it really kicked off. 7th of Tiers, Tiers of month in the calendar. 7th of Tiers is about June 21st, 81, I think. Yeah. That's when 72 martyrs were killed. That's when the Rahbar was killed. I mean, the Rahbar was injured. And the brothers and sisters here was really sad. You got to remember those days. Sometime they get the president, prime minister, bam, they come right back, 72 martyrs. Hey man, that bombing and killing,